What's up, guys? I am back with part 2 of my huge garage sale pickup video. This is probably going to be the better part because I actually got a bunch of stuff for free, so that was pretty awesome. If you're wondering why I'm wearing the same shirt, it's because I filmed part 1 at the same time as part 2, so no judgment. I'll just go ahead and jump right into what I got. At the one sale, I actually moved on to the next neighborhood. And I found this for $1/4. It looks like someone had already bought the system, but for some reason they left the charger there, and I have no idea why they would have done that. And it's a charger for a Game Boy Advance SP / Nintendo DS, the original model. And it was funny because I asked how much, and the mom said $1/4, but then the dad said $1. So I was like, oh, $1/4, and just paid $1/4. So it was very cool to get that. I don't think this is first party. I believe it's just a third-party adapter. Oh no, it is first party. So yeah, happy to get that. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but it's just something else to have. And then I actually found this for, it was marked at $5, but I asked if they would do 3, and they said yes. And it's an iPod Nano, and it's in the box. It is complete with everything except the charger. But, you know, I just figured someone would probably want this, and I thought, you know, $3 for an iPod Nano is a great deal. So, happy about that. And then the next sale, there was a bunch of Xbox games kind of just sitting around, but it looked like they had already been picked through, and they were all marked at $1 each. And then there were some sports games, and then this game, which I've actually heard is kind of difficult to find for the original Xbox, if you can believe it. So I thought, you know, I might as well pick it up for $1. I don't know if I'm going to keep it yet since I don't actively collect for the Xbox, but, you know, I just figured it was something else to pick up, and I figured maybe someone would want it, and it's Super Monkey Ball Deluxe. And it's actually in very, very nice condition. It looks like it's hardly ever been played. So like I said, I'll probably just keep it in my collection for now, but if anyone has a super, you know, huge need to have this game, you know, definitely hit me up. Then the next sale was probably the most frustrating sale of the entire weekend. I asked if there were video games, and the mom said yes, actually there were a lot, but the son had just called this morning and said, you know, I changed my mind, take the video games out of the sale, I don't want to sell them. And she was like, you know, I'll show you what we have. So she showed me, and I was just floored. It was an N64, complete with a bunch of games. Or no, not complete, it was just the bare system, but it had a bunch of games, pretty much games that I already had, but there were a couple that I didn't, like Resident Evil 2, and a couple other ones. And she said, you know, I'm sorry, but unfortunately he doesn't want to sell these, so I cannot sell them to you. And, you know, I tried to play the whole, you know, what if I just take a couple, you know, what about the controllers, because there were actually 2 controllers that I was very interested in. And she said she would have to ask, but she said he probably was not going to part on any of the games. So she asked, and he said, you know, no on the games, but he would do the controllers. And the controllers were only marked at $5 apiece, so I was definitely willing to pay that. But very disappointing nonetheless that I couldn't come out with the N64 system there, but it probably would have cost me a lot to get all of it. He said that he wanted $175 for the system and the games, but he was just going to sell the system for $25 alone, but it was the games that made it, and there was a lot in there. There was Smash Bros., like I said, Resident Evil 2, Star Fox, Super Mario 64, Donkey Kong 64, just a lot of really, really good high-end titles. So it was disappointing not to get it, but, you know, the mom said he probably wouldn't even go down on the price at all, which is why I had to pay $10 for both of the controllers, just because he didn't want to get rid of it. But I had no problem paying $10 for both of these controllers, because they were both, you know, ones that were a little bit more hard to find. So the first one is a orange controller. And I actually already have this, so this one will probably be for trade or sale, but the joystick is a little loose on it. It's definitely had its fair share of love back in the day, but, you know, the joysticks are easily replaceable, and, you know, I was just happy to get it. It was actually a little bit dirtier, but I cleaned it up pretty nice, so very cool to have that one. And then one that I'm keeping for my collection because I did not have this color yet, and it is the yellow N64 controller, and I kind of wish that it would have been the DK yellow N64 controller. That would have been really cool, but, you know, I'm more than happy with just the regular yellow. And then it came with a third-party memory card here in the back. So $10 for both those controllers. I couldn't complain. I was happy with it. I just wish I could have walked away with a couple more of those games, but, you know, the kid really did not want to sell it, and he definitely wasn't going to go down on his prices, so that kind of sucked, but, you know, things happen. Then, I'll save the best for last. The, kind of one of the last sales I went to, there were some N64 games there. None of them were that great, but they were actually all marked for $10 a piece. And so I asked the guy, I was like, I'm not going to pay $10 a piece, you know, what's the best you can do? So I grabbed the 3 that I needed for my collection, because the other ones I already had, and they weren't anything special. They were really cheap titles. And he said I can do 8 for all 3, and then I had $7 in my wallet, so I was like, would you just do 7? And he said, yeah, that's fine. So, not the best deal in the world, but, you know, decent. And the first is Namco Museum 64. There's a little bit of label ripping there. I don't know if you guys can see that, like, right there. But, you know, not gonna bother me too much. Rush 2 Extreme Racing USA. I don't know, maybe it's fun. And then this one I was happy to see. It's a fairly common game, but for whatever reason I just don't own it for my collection. It's Excite Bike 64. So those 3 games for $7, I thought, you know, can't be too bad of a deal. Then, probably the best part of garage sailing that weekend was this lot of stuff that I came across. I went to a sale. There was a mom there, and I asked her, you know, hey, do you have any video games? I'm looking for older stuff, whatnot, and she said, no, but my kids actually were just going to throw out all these manuals they had for all their old games because they still wanted to play them. So she just had a box of manuals sitting there for all types of various systems, and I asked, I said, you know, do you want any money for these? I'm willing to give you money, and she was like, no, honestly, I was just going to throw them all out, so, you know, feel free to just take them all, I just want them out of my hair. And I was like, perfect, okay. So I took this whole big box of manuals from her, and I got them all for free, so I couldn't be happier about it. And I asked, I said, you know, would they, because there's some pretty good manuals here, I said, would they be willing to part with any of the games? And she said no. They weren't there right now anyway, and they wanted all of them because they had their chance to put them in the sale. So I said, alright, that's totally fine, I'm more than happy with the manuals. So I'll go ahead and get right into everything I got for free. Just remember, all this stuff is for free. We got Gran Turismo 3, A-Spec, a guide for that. If anyone's interested in this, let me know. I have no use for it. Got another Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time guide, just like the one I got in my previous pickup video. This one's a little bit sun-faded, but it's in, overall, I think, weaker condition, because the other one, the only thing wrong with the other one is just a slight rip in there. So if anyone, you know, is looking for one of these, hit me up. Then the manuals. Like I said, various systems, I think. PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, N64, Super Nintendo, NES, and then one lone GameCube manual. So we will start off with the lone GameCube manual, and it's Mega Man Anniversary Collection. If anyone is looking for this, let me know. I already have this game complete, so I'm definitely willing to part with the manual if anyone's looking for that one. Then we will do the PlayStation and PlayStation 2 manuals first. We have Cool Borders 3, Chrono Cross, Final Fantasy IX 9, maybe? 9, I think. Test Drive 6, Twisted Metal 2, Loaded, those are both greatest hits. Now on to the PlayStation 2. This one I was happy to see, but I still don't own the game yet. Star Ocean Till the End of Time, Shinobi, this one looked kind of cool, The Bouncer, Echo, I'm not totally sure how you pronounce it. I don't know what this, oh, this is for Twisted Metal Black, it's just a journal, so that's kind of confusing. Soul Reaver 2, this one I was happy to see also, Shining Tears. Like I said, unfortunately I couldn't get any of these games because I really, really would have liked to, but she said they weren't going to part with any of them. Grand Theft Auto Vice City, Grand Theft Auto 3, Way of the Samurai, Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. Surprisingly a good game, actually. Oh, as I drop all the manuals. State of Emergency. I didn't know that was a Rockstar game. Another good one in here, Dark Cloud. I own that game. Drakengard, Square Enix game. And then Romance of the Three Kingdoms 7. So if anyone is looking for any of these PS2 manuals, hit me up. I'm not too attached to any of them. I might want to keep the Star Ocean one just because I'm, you know, looking out for that game. But the rest of these, if anyone is interested in any of the PS2s or the PS1 manuals, hit me up. I'd be willing to trade or sell them. Alright. I was super excited about the Nintendo ones. We'll start off with NES, because there's not too many of them. We got the Duck Hunt Mario Bros. Combo. Wayne Gretzky Hockey. A really beat up copy of The Legend of Zelda instruction manual. Happy to see this one. Yoshi. Mission Impossible. This one I wish was in better condition because I really needed it. DuckTales. Tiny Toons Adventure. And Little League Baseball Championship Series. And then there were two random manuals, the Control Deck instruction booklet and the Zapper instruction booklet. So it was cool to get those. I was happy about it. You know, if anyone, most of these NES games I'm probably going to keep. I don't know how attached I am to the DuckTales yet. It's pretty beat up. Too beat up for my taste, I think. But I'll probably keep most of these except the Legend of Zelda one will definitely be up for trade or sale if anyone wants it, because I actually already own that game complete. Alright, then the N64s we will get into. Very good N64 manuals. I was quite pleased with them. We got just some player's guide stuff here. Then we have, what is this? The control type thing for Mario 64. If anyone needs that, let me know. Very happy to see this one. This one might be in better condition than mine. I'll have to check. Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. So one will be up for sale or trade. As well as this game, Blast Corps. This one might be in better shape than mine. GoldenEye 007. NBA Hang Time. Mortal Kombat Mythologies Sub-Zero. NFL Quarterback 98. Extreme G. Wayne Gretzky's 3D Hockey. Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. Have to check the condition of mine, see if that's in better shape. Very happy to get this one. Pilot Wing 64. NFL Blitz. And pretty beat up copy of Perfect Dark. Again, most of the N64 ones I will be keeping, except there probably will be a Majora's Mask, a Blast Corps, possibly a GoldenEye 007, and a Star Wars Episode Racer, and then a Perfect Dark. Those all will probably be up for sale or trade, so hit me up if you need any of those. And then what I was definitely the most excited about were the Super Nintendo ones, just because as you guys know, Super Nintendo is my thing. I'm always looking for extra guides, so I will be keeping all of these except one, I believe. So we got Baseball Simulator 1000, Smart Ball. Very happy to get this one. Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse. The one that I will be selling or trading off, and it's Donkey Kong Country 2 Diddy's Kong Quest. Wow, that was a mouthful. I actually already own this game complete in box, so whichever manual is in better condition I'll keep, and then the other one will be up for sale or trade, so hit me up if you need that. Happy to see this one as well. It's actually kind of a thick manual. The Simpsons, Bart's Nightmare. NBA Jam. Very, very, very happy to get this. Battletoads in Battle Maniacs. Still need that game. As well as this game. Captain America and the Avengers. Very happy to see that one. And then finally, Super Bowling. So, like I said, I got all of those for free. All of those instruction manuals for free. I was very happy about it. It was just awesome to be able to find something so amazing at a garage sale, especially for free. So that is it for this week, guys. I'll probably have either another garage sale video up next week or a ranting questions, whichever one I feel like. I'm trying to edit a little bit more with my videos. I'm working on an intro and a new icon and stuff. I'm trying to get real creative with my channel, but I don't know how well that's gonna go because I only have Movie Maker. But we'll see. I'm working on it. So I hope you guys have an extremely good week and take care.